Hi, this is Eva with Once Upon a Timeline, and today we're going to discuss some very recent changes to the Vitruvian Man and also talk about a little bit older changes to the Shiva statue at Cern and how they compare. Okay, so first thing on the docket, the Vitruvian Man. Now, we've discussed, well, not we, but a lot of people have discussed other changes. Hi, this is Eva with Once Upon a Timeline, and today we're going to discuss some very recent changes to the Vitruvian Man and compare those with some slightly older changes to the Shiva statue at Cern. So, first thing on the docket, the Vitruvian Man. Other people have discussed some other changes in the past on these. I'm going to make it a little larger here. For one thing, these cut off lines here on the arms, and there is a kind of a, let's see if we can get it a little smaller here. There is a little bit of a bracelet right here on him. A lot of people remember there being additional set of arms and legs here, and that all the feet were symmetrical, pointing like this foot is. So now they're all different angled feet. Another thing that I noticed just recently is this stain here was not here last time I looked. Also, there is a bent finger at the top here, like it bends to fit into the square. That is different. Right here, there is kind of a boil, and that has gotten stronger in this recent version of him. There's actually an article about it supposedly being some kind of a health issue, a hernia, I think they said. All right, so going out. I'm having trouble operating this thing. Okay, so additional changes. Up here, this shading here is new for me. Also, right here, this shading or stain or whatever it is. And also, this line cutting across the chest is new for me. But what is really interesting and clearly new is his foot now is clearly outside of the circle. This foot used to be in the circle. Now it is outside of the circle. Something that Scott Harrison and Mandela Effect have talked about. This foot looks like he's got additional toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like he has 6 toes. That's kind of weird. This one actually kind of looks like he's got 6 toes also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that's kind of an older Emmy. The brand new Emmy is this right here. His toe is outside the circle. I am positive. That was not like that before. That was not like that maybe a month ago. Okay, so why is this kind of interesting? I don't know. It's just that it's ongoing changes. Okay, so how does this relate to the Shiva statue at Cern? All right, here's the Shiva statue. Now, Mandela Affected and Scott Harrison have been talking about this one a little bit as constantly changing. One thing that they pointed out was that this foot here, for a while, was extending past this circle line here. And I remember them talking about that. You would see it head on, and you could see that this toe was sticking out a little bit. The other change that I noticed right around then was that these, whatever these things are that come off the shoulders, they were non-symmetrical for a while, and then they became symmetrical. Another change that I've noticed is that this outer ring is becoming more and more ornate, and the way the arms fold have been slightly changing. So now we're not seeing the toe sticking out past the edge when you look head on, and that's what's weird, because what's happened is now it doesn't stick out from head on, but if you view it from the side, you can see it sticking out. So instead of sticking out head on, it's pushing forward, and you can see that the leg is coming away from the frame and the arms are coming away from the frame. So this whole statue used to be attached to the frame and more flat, and now it's bulging away from the frame. So that's another change that is happening with this. We always use the same statue at Cern. There's only one. So that way we can know that this is not just different versions of the statue. So you can see here now head on, the toe is actually, this is interesting because last time I looked, this toe met the edge of the frame from the head on view, but now from a head on view, it's actually short of the edges of the frame. And this whole thing has gotten more ornate around the edges for me. I mean, it used to be that when this toe stuck out from the edge, it was very clear because there wasn't a whole bunch of stuff going on the edges here like there is now. I think there's also a lot more stuff on her her head now. I mean, if you look here, there's like a big pineapple looking thing going on up here. And I should also add that, oh, look, there's something on the ankles now. That's different. And looks like there's a little piece of fabric over here. That's new for me. And there's a little loop-de-loop on this part here. That's also new. And this, you keep hearing me refer to her as her. In my old timeline, Shiva was a female. Many others have also mentioned this, so I keep forgetting that this is a male now. But yeah, lots of, I don't know, what's this thing on the bottom? It looks like there's a little human on the bottom. There's just so much going on with this thing. See if I can get that. Weird. It's going to take an hour to load. My computer's running so slow. But anyway, yeah, there's some kind of a little creature at the bottom here as well. Not sure what that thing is. Maybe this image will show it better. Can't really quite tell what that thing is supposed to be. But anyway, this statue keeps changing. Also, the Vitruvian man keeps changing. So I don't know if there's any significance to these coming out of the frame like this. I mean, symbolically, you can kind of imagine that we're kind of breaking out of the mold or something. But I mean, I guess there could be a million interpretations of that. Anyway, this is Eva signing off for Once Upon a Timeline.